Hello. Good, how are you? 10A?
Doing great.
Hey, this is Andrew Lim inviting you to go out on a limb. Sawadee Krap from Bangkok to Suvarnabhumi Airport. Super excited, well, because I'm actually heading home. And I'm going to be on my favorite airline, actually one of my favorite, actually my most favorite airline, which is Singapore Airlines, doing the world's second longest flight, which is from Singapore to Newark. It's only second longest because it's 50 miles short of the world longest title, which is also a flight operated by Singapore Airlines from Singapore to JFK. So Newark, for some reason, is 50 miles shorter. Anyway, so I'm really excited. But before I do that, I'm gonna hop on a shorter regional flight on SQ711 from Bangkok to Singapore. So we will first check out the lounge here, of course. I don't think Singapore Airlines has a lounge here, so we'll probably use the Thai Airways one, which even if there was a Singapore Airlines lounge here, you want to use the Thai Airways one because this is obviously Thai Airways hub. So we're going to do that, hop on SQ711, do a short reporting of that flight for you, and then we're going to focus, we're going to land in Changi. I should have time to visit the lounge before we actually hop on the flight and head home. So come go on in with me. We will do SQ711 and then connect in Changi to get on SQ22, which is the world's second longest flight to date. Folks, before we start, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notify button for new contents that I upload weekly. Kapun Kap. So guys, I was wrong. There is a Singapore Airlines lounge. So I am trying to decide where I should go. Maybe both, because I have time to kill. So the Thai Airways Royal Silk Lounge is the largest lounge here at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport. It's really long in design. Just keep walking and you get to the food and beverage section with fresh fruits, coffee section, as well as sandwiches, finger food. The puff pastries are amazing here, and also a section of steamed buns and steamed shrimp dumplings. There's also hot food as well in terms of the buffet style with soup and fried rice and white rice and some steamed or stir-fried vegetables. So this lounge is actually pretty old, and then I was wondering, is there a newer lounge for me to use? And upon research, sure there is. There's the Royal Orchid Prestige Lounge. So, oh well, you know what, next time. I probably missed this. But fortunately, there was the Silver Crest Lounge for me to check out. And this is Singapore Airlines' own lounge here at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi. The design, actually the interior design, is definitely newer than the Royal Silk Lounge, with a prominent bar in the middle. It's pretty outstanding looking, as well as a lot of areas for you to sit on, different kinds of furniture. There is the work desk, the lounge chair, and my personal favorite is this, sweet looking, ensuring maximum privacy seat, which I love. In terms of food display, it's like a hotel buffet. I mean, it's really beautiful. Here you have the shrimp cocktails, you have papaya salad, that, even Thai Airways doesn't have that with this lounge, as well as the puff pastries and soup, and also a steam section of steamed buns, and the turnip or the radish cake, lok bako, which is my favorite, and the siomai. In terms of the hot food, you have different selections here, and I think the quality and it's definitely better, and the taste it's definitely better than the Thai Airways Royal Silk Lounge. You also have your Western choices as well, which is equally tasty and amazing. You also have sandwiches as well as this really beautiful looking Thai desserts that's really tasty as well. But what really stood out for me for this lounge is the young fresh coconut that they serve, that even Thai Airways does not have it, and this is their home turf. So this is amazing. So pretty soon it was boarding time. Our plane departure time was delayed by 30 minutes, but the plane, which is the Airbus 350-900, was at the gate. So boarding was actually conducted in a pretty orderly fashion, and the walk to the plane wasn't that long. This is not really a long jet bridge. Upon arriving at the plane door, I was greeted by the senior flight attendant as well as the chief steward that did not seem very friendly. In fact, he gave me a once-over look, which is a bit annoying. But anyways, fine. This is a short flight, and you have to deal with him anyways. The cabin actually is fresh-looking. It's the regional business class seats, 40 business class seats in 2 cabins. I think this product is around 6-7 years old, if I'm not mistaken, but still look brand spanking new with a seat pitch of 60 inches and a width of 28 inches. So even though this was a short flight, about 2 hours, a blanket and a pillow was given out. That's minimal space to actually hold magazines and stuff. And the footwell is comfortable but a bit tight to my liking. The TV monitor is pretty decent size. You have a section to juice up your device where you can find your headset as well on the side, and the menu that was already pre-handed out. The side of the seat, you have your light adjustment area to different, the strength of the lighting is actually included as well. And the tray table is easily deployed, decent size to put your food, tray of food as well as your laptop if you want to do some work. The handset is on the side, can be easily deployed, and it's easily managed or easily operated. Although the TV monitor is touchscreen as well, that you can actually easily just like lean forward to choose the many movies that you can see here on the SQ entertainment system. The windows are standard, shaded windows, and you can't really close it. The menu itself is pretty decent. A pre-departure drink was handed out.
Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines.
And pretty soon the safety video was played and we were taking off because there were connections to be made for many passengers, so we had to leave early. So the meal was good. We had a shrimp salad as a starter, and I pre-booked the chicken curry on the Singapore Airlines website. It was tasty. And the dessert is actually really good as well. So I did manage to do a quick nap with the seat control on the side where you can adjust your seat and lay it flat. So at the fully lie flat position for this regional seat, it's around, can fit up to someone up to a 6 feet 4 inches in terms of height. So it's pretty decent for a regional flight, I have to say. Hey guys, I just landed in Terminal 2. The flight was about a half an hour delay, which leaves me not a lot of time to check out the lounge before I board. There is a Silver Chris Lounge in Terminal 2, but if your flights depart from Terminal 3, you should definitely use the more impressive Silver Chris Lounge here in Terminal 3. And upon entrance, you see in the main lobby is this 8K Sony Crystal LED display showcasing the company's restyled batik motif. If you walk in, it's actually really spacious. Part of it is exposed to the terminal, and it's actually open 24 hours because there are actually a lot of flights departing throughout the day until late in the evening. So this Singapore Airlines lounge is open for people who are flying on Singapore Airlines business class as well as Star Alliance operated flights. It was refurbished recently, so I think now it's about 20% larger than before, and definitely offers different sitting areas for different passengers. There is an area also with barista coffee and cocktail bar, which we just passed, and also a section with different buffets, including live cooking section. And I think the buffet is actually very impressive. Like, you have the soup, you have the pasta station that's made to order, you have different kinds of Asian choices here, as well as Western choices, and different regional Chinese or Southeast Asian food as well can be found here, which is really impressive. And there's also a section for laksa, as well as your steamed dumplings and your steamed siu mai. But the laksa one, it's for me, I think, because I just love laksa and it's really, really impressive. There's also a section with desserts as well as sushi if you want lighter fare. So there's a tea section as well in the middle where you can make your own gourmet tea, and there's an extension to the lounge where there's a separate seating section with different kinds of seating available. And my favorite is also this what you call productivity pod, which ensures a lot of privacy. Unfortunately, I only had a short stay at the lounge because the connection time was tight, so I headed to the gate. Even though, it was before the boarding time, everybody had boarded pretty much, and so I just went ahead and just boarded without anybody around me, which is pretty nice. The airplane was an Airbus 350-900 ultra long range, which is designed for long routes like this. And upon boarding, I was greeted by the in-flight supervisor, which was really warm and friendly. And I was shown to my seat, which is seat 10A, which is a really unique seat here on this aircraft because it's actually the first seat, the most forward seat here in this cabin, so it actually gives you a lot of privacy. Even though it's close to the galley, I think the noise level is definitely tolerable, and the seat itself has a pitch of 60 inches with a width of 28 inches, bigger than the regional seats. And when the curtain's drawn, you actually don't see the galley at all. So this is the front section where my seat is located. As you can see, is the most forward facing seat and does provide you with more privacy compared to the other seat. And one thing good about the bulkhead seat on Singapore Airlines is that you don't have to put your feet on the side in a little cubby hole like the other seats. Here, literally, there's no blockage, which is great. Seat-wise design is pretty useful. There are different areas to plug in your devices on one side of the seat, a little area to actually store your stuff. I think in terms of storage, I think it's just okay. I don't think there's a whole lot of space, and there's a little section here for you to hold your headphones and your water as well. And there's a vanity mirror in front to make sure you look your best. I'm not sure who's looking better, me or the SQ girl on screen. The tray table is easily deployed. It's actually really large, and you can actually adjust it at different angle as well as different height for your enjoyment. Different set of lightings that you can control for you to read books or to be able to see your food. There's different on the side. There's actually a really functional seat control. This is the confusing part. So on this flight, the TV monitor is actually not touchscreen, so you have to use your handset to control or select the movies that you actually want to watch or the music that you want to hear. And of course, the entertainment choices on Singapore Airlines, it's really impressive. A food menu was handed out with great selection of wines, liquors, as well as food items. But what I want to point out is, as of, post-COVID, now you have to request the in-flight amenities, including amenity kits, slippers, socks, eye shades. You have to ask for the flight attendant to hand it out to you. They don't do it automatically, which is a bit weird. Although they do start giving out amenity kits, which Singapore Airlines never used to do. So this is actually something new, and it's pretty simple. I don't know why they have a Ziploc bag in there, but you actually have your hand lotions, your face spray, as well as your lip balm, and that's pretty much it. It's just a little pouch containing all these items. In terms of food, you never go hungry on Singapore Airlines. There is the after takeoff meal, there is the mid-flight meals, and there are also refreshment meals that you can order at any time during that 17 hours and 50 minutes flight. So yes, it's a bit shorter flying back to New York versus coming to Singapore, but still it's 17 hours and 50 minutes. And for me, I actually went with the book the cook option that Singapore Airlines has. Is really popular, and especially departing from Singapore, the food choices that you have is amazing. They actually have a special feature that they work with the local hawkers or food stalls with 20-30 years of operation experience, and they have all these different choices. And of course, when it comes to Western, lobster thermidor remains a popular one, but you have other options as well. So let's eat. So I started with, this is my post takeoff meal. The marinated smoked salmon was good, and I ordered the ban min, which is a Hakka noodle soup from Book the Cook section. It's really tasty. I have to say, being able to eat these 30,000 feet above ground is just amazing. And also the banana cheesecake, ending the meal with the banana cheesecake was an amazing option. Before you know it, we're mid-flight. I did, do some work, watch some movie, and now we actually have another meal. So this one is more of a, full meal. So we started off with some Singapore Airlines famous chicken satay, as well as, the shrimp, prawns with lemon-scented oil. prawns really fresh, I have to say, with some seaweed salad. They do their garlic breads really well here, crispy and garlicky. And of course I went with the chicken rice, which is also booked to cook. And this is really tasty chicken rice with the right sauces. Again, being able to eat these 30,000 feet above ground is just amazing. And ended the meal with a chocolate brownie. A few spoonful of that is enough. And of course, being an Asian airline, there's actually fruit served after each meal. So it's time for a nap. The lovely cabin crew make my bed as I went to the bathroom. So the bed length is about 7 to 8 inches. It's pretty long, so one can actually, sleep comfortably, especially when you are, at the front of the section, so you don't have to sleep sideways. So I slept for about 4 or 5 hours, woke up, put the seat back up right, and before you know it, I had another refreshment. So this one is just a rice vermicelli noodle soup that is really comfort food for me. So overall for this flight, we actually took the Pacific route. We flew by Japan. We actually go close to Alaska, if I'm not mistaken, over Canada, and before you knew it, reached Newark, New York. And of course, this was a long flight. The cabin crew worked really hard. The in-flight experience was amazing, so I actually prepared some gift cards for them to Italy, just to, during their layover, they can actually buy groceries or have some lunch items, because they were actually staying in New York for 3 days after the flight. So overall, I was so glad to be able to fly on the world's second longest flight again on my, favorite airline, Singapore Airlines. It's definitely deserving of Skytrax, the world's best airline for 2023.